What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Facebook Ads Manager overview. This is going to be a very basic video. So if you do have a good knowledge or you are really educated in Facebook ads, I would recommend skipping over this video because we will be covering essentially the campaign objectives, when you should use them, how you should use them, and which ones are the cheapest and which ones are the most expensive. This is really, again, for people that are brand new to Facebook ads and really looking to experiment a little bit. I just want to shed some light on, which ones you should be using and which ones you shouldn't. Before we start this lesson, make sure that you subscribe to this video and like this video, and as well, leave me some comments in the section which videos you'd like us to create next. We got some really good feedback last time, so I look forward to creating more great videos. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So what will we be going over in this video? Number one, we're going to be going over your Facebook Ads Manager, so the overview. Number two, we're going to be going over campaign objectives. And number three, I'm going to show you which objectives to use and when to use them. The next thing you're going to want to do is just click the link facebook.com/adsmanager so we can actually dive deep and show you in real time what you should be using and when you should be using them. So the next step is really going to be to open up your Facebook Ads Manager. Once you've opened up your Facebook Ads Manager, you should now be right over here and you should see this screen. If you do have any ads, you'll see some past ones. So I'm going to show you exactly how to actually create a new campaign. And by the way, if you're not familiar, the Facebook Ads Manager is basically where you're going to be running all of your ads. The first thing you're going to want to do when you get here, and before you actually launch your campaigns, you're going to want to make sure that you have content for your ad. That way you can actually launch your campaign right away. In this video, I'm not going to be showing you how to launch your campaigns yet. I'll be covering that in the next couple of days or weeks, depending on my schedule. But in this video, like I said, I'm really just going to be showing you the overview. Basically, once you want to create an ad, there are multiple campaign objectives that you can choose from. There's awareness, consideration, and conversion. Now, awareness are always going to be the cheapest, okay? Consideration are going to be your medium, I would say medium in terms of, what the result you're trying to get. And then the most expensive is going to be conversion. And again, it's really not that complicated. Don't overcomplicate things. We find too many times that people try to overcomplicate when you shouldn't. Okay, so brand awareness. Brand awareness is basically you're telling Facebook, I want people to remember my ad multiple times. So it's not going to show it to as big of an audience. It's going to show it more frequently. So your frequency on the ad will be much higher than if you do a reach campaign. A reach campaign is just telling Facebook, we want to reach as many people possible. So if you're spending $5 a day, Facebook is going to try to reach as many people possible. Whereas brand awareness, it will be people repeatedly over the course of how long you run that ad. So I always recommend brand awareness campaigns are really great if you're opening a store and you want to do a 5-mile radius brand awareness campaign. Okay, that way people locally can be aware of your brand. For e-commerce or lead generation, I would stick away from that. But again, if you're local, and you just want to get local awareness out there, this is what you would want to use. If you have a store opening, this is great because it's very, very cheap. And it's one of the cheapest forms of marketing on Facebook. Test between the two. Now, traffic. Traffic is very, very, very simple. Okay, traffic is basically telling Facebook that we want to send people on or off a destination. So when you create a new campaign, you will have multiple options for traffic. You could do website, app, messenger, WhatsApp. Facebook actually owns WhatsApp. So this would prompt people to send you a message on WhatsApp. Generally speaking, we would keep it just to website. Okay, website is what we would like to do. Again, if you don't have that much data on Facebook, I would recommend just shooting some traffic and testing with some audiences because, again, this is cheaper and you can check the cost per click and say, okay, are people actually clicking on my ad and going to my website? So this is a great way that you can test. So traffic, again, is just bringing people on or off a destination of Facebook. The next one is going to be engagement. Engagement campaigns are also one of the most cheapest campaigns out there. You're basically telling Facebook on a post that we want people to engage with it. So what does that mean? We want people to like this post, to comment on this post, or share this post. that is essentially what you're doing. Again, this is really great for testing because then you can retarget people that have engaged. We'll go more into that in other videos, but this is great if you really want to build some social proof. You could use engagement campaigns. App installs, very, very self-explanatory. If you have an app and you're looking for people to install your app, you want to just use this one. Video views, again, very simple. If you have a video, you want people to watch a video, this is when you would use this actual objective. Lead generation, okay, this is a really, really good one. This lead generation is very simple. You're basically telling Facebook that you want to accumulate a lead. So what is a lead? Generally speaking, for us, when we do lead generation campaigns for our clients, we want to accumulate the name, the phone number, the email address, and any other piece of information that could be vital. But generally speaking, it's usually the name, the phone number, the email address, and maybe where they live. Really, 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 that is what you use for lead generation. And this one specifically is going to be much cheaper than if you do a conversion lead campaign off of Facebook, because Facebook likes keeping all of the traffic on Facebook. They do not like bringing traffic off of Facebook, because at the end of the day, the more people that spend time on Facebook, the better it is for the app and the more money that they make. So that is why they will compensate you and they will help you out if you do a lead generation campaign directly on Facebook. Messages, telling Facebook that you want people to message your business. Conversion campaigns. This is going to be the most costly campaigns out there. The reason for this is Facebook knows that you're getting something in return. Now, depending on what conversions that you set up, there's many of them. And if you check the previous video, Facebook only allows us to target 8 of them on our campaigns. Remember in the previous video that I filmed, when you set up your events manager, you can only track 8 of them. So make sure that you choose wisely which 8 that you're doing. Generally speaking, for us, conversion campaigns, we stick to purchase as well as we stick to add to carts, and we stick to sometimes view content and then lead generation for complete registration on our funnels. This is a little bit more complex. If you know what you're doing, then I would definitely recommend that conversion. This is really going to be the bread and butter, the one that you're going to get the most success from. Catalog sales is also extremely phenomenal. We use this all the time. This is basically attached to your e-commerce store if you have a Shopify store, and you can retarget people that have visited certain products in the past 28 days, people that have added to cart. You can exclude people that have purchased, and they make it extremely simple for you. Again, these ones are more if you're trying to get sales. And then store traffic is basically if you open up a new store or you're having an in-store promotion, you want to get people through the door, you would run a store traffic campaign. It's going to optimize. So you really want to make sure that you're picking correctly. Again, these ones don't expect any sales. Don't really expect any sales off of consideration. It's really, if you're looking for sales, you're going to want to stick to the conversion, but you're going to want to do some testing with consideration because it is a lot cheaper. So we do like to do a lot of testing with traffic campaigns, engagement campaigns. So these have worked really well, as well as video view campaigns. Once we find the winning audiences or the winning graphics, then we tend to transition more to conversion. And that is basically the overview of the Facebook Ads Manager. Again, it was very, very simple. I just want to give clarity if you are a little bit confused. If you did like this video, make sure that you subscribe and like it, as well as leave any feedback for potential videos you'd like us to film in the future. And I'll see you soon. Take care.